Now, the main reason for Harper's visit to Washington had nothing to do with Egypt. It was meant to sign a deal, meant to improve security at the border while giving Canadians greater freedom. That's a difficult balancing act, as our senior correspondent Terry Malevsky explains. Terry.
Well, Carol, ever since 9/11, it's been the same story at the border. The Americans focus on security and the Canadians focus on access. So now the two sides are trying to figure out how they can have both.
A threat to the United States is a threat to Canada.
Stephen Harper knows that meeting U.S. security needs is the price of better access.
So we commit to expanding our management of the border to the concept of a North American perimeter, not to replace or eliminate the border, but, where possible, to streamline and decongest it.
That means working more closely to improve border security with better screening, new technologies, and information sharing among law enforcement, as well as identifying threats early.
Notice again that difference in emphasis. Obama stressing security threats, Harper stressing red tape.
If we can harmonize regulations in ways that avoid unnecessary duplication and red tape for business, these are things that we need to do.
But the details are very complex. A new commission will try to harmonize regulations on health, safety, and the environment, so Canadian standards won't always win. And intelligence sharing could mean handing over travelers' biometric data. Both governments say all this won't mean a loss of privacy or sovereignty.
I have great confidence that Prime Minister Harper is going to be very protective of certain core values of Canada, just as I would be very protective of the core values of the United States, and those won't always match up perfectly.
But the opposition wonders if they'll match up at all.
The question is, how much information about ourselves are we being asked to surrender to American authorities? No one can tell us. This is why the secrecy of this deal is troubling.
For Canadians to have confidence in these negotiations, they need to know what's on the table, and Parliament needs to have oversight into that.
In other words, the opposition will badger the government for details which the government will not want to give. For one thing, it's hard to negotiate in public, and for another, the general idea of a hassle-free border is easy to sell. The details, maybe not. Carol.
Terry, thank you.